of Embers and Shadows. Session 4.
Oh. Session 4.
Session
Session
4.
4. Session 4, guys. Let's go. Session 4. What's it called? What are we calling it? What is it called right now? Hold on, give me a second. It's Session 4. Durnrath's hidden slumber and buried secrets.
Ooh.
Okay.
I wrote session something in my notebook. I can't remember what one we were on.
Yeah, we're on session 4 now. First session was where is it called? First session was called A Cold Night's Call. Second one is Towering Peaks and Shallow Valleys. And then the third one is Cavern of Echoes. And now we're on session 4, Durnrath's hidden slumber and buried secrets. Gonna be a lot of fun, I think, with this one.
What was it? Nice. What was the first one called? I don't think I wrote it down.
A Cold Night's Call.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all on the YouTube there as well in set up, so you can select. They're also in their own little thing, and I'm soon gonna probably make them into what would be called podcasts and stuff. Anyways, we are back again tonight, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Everyone in the world that's watching, if you're watching, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We have lost a player due to personal reasons, and he will not be continuing forward with us until further notice. Hopefully everything's going all right with Ethan, and everything can kind of correct itself and he can get back into a good mental state. But right now, he feels he's not able to continue because it's just too much for him, and which is good. It's good that people are able to get to that point and be able to say, hey, I just can't do this, instead of stressing themselves further and further and further, right? Sometimes people can push themselves a little too hard, and it makes it undesirable for some. Yep. Anyways, we're super excited about this. I am super excited about this session. Now, before we get into the recap and all that stuff, Taryn, I talked to you a little bit today about what you think is happening, but Ruben, give me a short rundown on what you think is happening right now, what you think is going to happen.
I think that there's obviously going to be like one more test we have to endure before we carry on with what our characters' destinies are meant to be.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Yeti's involved with that final test somehow. Don't know how, don't know when he's going to come in the picture, but I have a feeling he's going to come in.
You think the Yeti's in there? You think the Yeti's coming for you?
I think he's in there, yeah.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. And Tara, just for a recap, what did you think was going on?
Well, there's something. I'm pretty sure something behind those doors. That the big doors behind the thrones. Because there's that voice that's booming, and it's something big is saying that. Like there was that giant in the courtyard that we saw. There was like a vision. So there's something I think related to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like something with that, and then the 4 figures that were like on the mural. I definitely think that we're related to those, and that those are going to be like we're going to maybe become those or something. Like they're definitely related to us somehow.
Yeah. Well, hey, no, that's some good thoughts right there, guys. I appreciate you expanding into that. I love hearing your guys' thoughts and opinions on what you think is going to happen. Because ultimately I kind of know what's going to happen a little bit, at the kind of. And I love seeing where you guys are coming from, because it gives me that kind of gives me that insight into how I'm telling a story and you guys are able to interpret that story, right? So that's awesome. Sure. So let's go ahead and get into the session 4. Durnrath's hidden slumber and buried secrets. Last session, you guys managed to work your way through the cavern going along, experiencing these visions of pasts that have happened, but not quite when they happened. You don't know quite when things are happening or what's going on, but it was introducing you to maybe people you have never really known in your life. Hathor, you had a vision of your father. You didn't know what was going on in that battle, but you do know that it was pretty epic. And Orlina, you had a vision of your mother teaching what looked like your father how to hunt, which pretty exciting as well. As you guys moved your way through these visions and got to the precipice, the end of this cavern of echoes, you found yourself at a chasm, a split dividing you from your end goal, which was the keep that you were heading towards the whole time. And as you guys were looking over this chasm and trying to figure out how to get across, you all of a sudden felt this immense thrum coming from behind you, this pounding. And as you turned, you saw the Yeti, and no longer had ice blue eyes, but these deep red hollow eyes. And they were just beating on you and chasing after you and just running up this chasm. It caused you guys to kind of scramble, and you came up with a pretty good plan, which was to pretty much chop down a tree, if you will, and cross the chasm with this tree as a bridge. But as you got to the other side, the Yeti did take a massive leap and landed right in between you and the keep's doors. Not realizing that this was another test, as he turned, you all thought you were going to have to brace for an attack, but instead it was the Yeti saying, "You've passed another one of the tests," which is awesome. It's great. Then you guys stepped forward. You saw the gates to this massive keep. You saw the twin dragons with an internal gaze on one another. And you saw 4 figures at the bottom. At the bottom of this door. You didn't quite know what they were doing down there, but from looking at them, you saw that where they each had their own kind of stance, like their own. Why am I lost? I'm so lost right now. God darn it. Where am I? Come on. This is so stupid. Where is it? I gotta find it. Unless you guys remember what it said.
Oh, hold on. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the thing. Yeah, I'm trying to find the thing. If you guys can remember, if you guys can find it before I do.
Well, I think I've got it. The 4 figures on the door.
Okay, go ahead.
One kneels down. Okay. One kneels down, hand over heart. One with a weapon raised to the sky. One with a torch aloft, and one with hands upward.
Yes, that's exactly. That's exactly what was going on. And as you guys stepped closer to these doors, and you reached out and touched them, it was as if like centuries of time of wear and wind-beaten hinges just cracked open. And these doors opened to a massive courtyard. Whereas you stepped in, you saw a large stone statue. And after investigating that statue, it had a plaque down below and it said Wild Oak. And then you moved forward into the big, massive iron doors at the end of the courtyard. As you went through those doors as well, you stepped closer and realized that they cracked open as well, as if like answering your call. And as you stepped through those and making your way down the corridor, at the end where the flickering, you could see this flickering light coming from, you did catch a mural that was on the left-hand side, covering the whole wall of 4 dragons up top and 4 individuals down below. And at the top, it read, Umberfell, the hidden cradle. This is a place you guys didn't know. None of you knew of, and it was new to you. And as you entered the great hall, you looked up and you saw there was banners and flanks of unknown people, unknown houses, long forgotten. Where is that? And none of them were familiar to you. You had no idea where you were or who these houses were. Then past the 4 thrones, as you saw the 4 thrones sitting there, all equal, past it you saw this big stone door that was buried into the mountainside. And that's where we ended that last session. And as you all are standing there, you hear, once again, prove your worth. Come out. It echoes through the chamber. The stone door looms before you, its cold surface pulsing faintly with the weight of expectation. The beckoning call to prove yourself lingers in the air like a harsh chill. Then a voice, stoic and strong, old as time, echoes through the chamber, filling every corner like thunder rolling through the canyon. Solstice born, you have made your journey. You have passed your tests to venture to Durnrath. Suddenly, the hearth in the center of the chamber erupts into flame, casting wild, flickering shadows across the stone. From the inferno rises this giant form of stone and earth, his form shifting and ancient, held together by roots in time. And he speaks again. Durnrath has sat silent for 1,000 years. Not since the last solstice born has the mountain stirred. We have been waiting for you. The elemental figure slowly turns, his gaze settling upon each of you. His presence feels like the weight of mountains, heavy and unmoving. You have endured your first trials. You have passed. And this is how I know you are solstice. For if you were not, you would have been swallowed whole by the valley of pines and lost within the chaotic memory of the cavern of echoes. His arms fold across his chest, vast, the sound grinding like stone echoing with motion. These trials would have shattered any who are not worthy. He studies you once more. Voice low now, measured and final. Now you face your final trial. It will test more than your strength. It will press against the core of who you are. To pass is to waken the bond. But to fail, he lowers his head, shaking slowly. The flame in the hearth flickers low just for a breath. To fail is to fall. And if you fall, you will never rise again.
Wow. Oh, so what do we face ahead of this final test?
Yeah. Okay, so what are you guys doing? I'd like. So what are you doing? Is there anything you have? Any questions? You have anything you wanted? Like, this is your moment.
So, you said you've been waiting a long time since the last solstice boring.
Solstice.
Solstice.
Yeah, solstice. Yeah, it's all good, buddy. Long day. I get it.
Yeah, a long day. Yeah. Did the last ones go endure the same challenges in a way as we did?
Yes, they definitely did endure the same challenges you did, or similar challenges. This is he as he looks down at you, he ponders for a second. Then looks at you and goes, "Yes, all social spawn have to face their trials, for this is how they are meant to become the ones they're supposed to be." As he looks down at both of you, raises his hand, and he points it towards the large stone door beyond the thrones. "Please step forward and accept your final trial."
Okie dokie. Challenge
go.
waits. Challenge waits.
Um,
Here we go. Made it this
at, so you guys are stepping towards the doors?
Yes.
The door?
Take my step to the door.
As you step closer, the stone door pulses with a silent power. Then again, the voice, deeper now, more commanding, echoing through the very marrow of the keep. "Prove your worth." Suddenly the stone shudders. With a grinding roar, ancient seals crack. The door shifts, stone grinding against stone, and slowly slides to the right, revealing a yawning chasm beyond. It stretches into the heart of the mountain, black, endless, untouched by the firelight behind you. The darkness doesn't just sit, it pulls like gravity made shadow. Then a gust surges out from the abyss, whipping your hair back and chilling your skin. It smells of old earth, dust, and something older, something waiting. And with the wind, the voice returns. No longer just words, but thunderous summons that fills the hall and your chest alike. "Step in." The hearth crackles behind you. The heartbeat pounds in your ears. There is no light beyond the threshold. Only trial that awaits. Stepping in.
Stepping in.
All right.
Look over to
Let's go.
Hawthorne like, we got this.
We got this.
We can
As
come
you
this far just to get this far.
Exactly.
As you step into the chasm, the light of the grand hall vanishes behind you. The shadows close in instantly, devouring all sense of direction. Then silence. When the silence breaks, it's not with sound, but separation. You reach out, but no one is there. You're alone, utterly alone. And then the voice returns. Closer now, no longer an echo, but a presence right beside your ear. Stern, focused, unforgiving. Your final trial begins. Prove your worth and you shall meet your bond. A pause. Cold, measured. Fail, and this will be your eternal home. The darkness folds tighter around you, thick as smoke, heavy as stone. Whatever this place is, it's watching, waiting. You are not just being tested, you are being judged. Hathor. The darkness parts. You find yourself standing alone in a vast volcanic chamber. Jagged obsidian peaks rise around you. Rivers of molten lava snake through the rock, casting flickering shadows. The air is hot, oppressive, and the very ground pulses with heat, like a living heart. Before you, a path. Stone arches over a river of lava, leading to a great obsidian gate, crowned with a carved symbol, a dragon's eye, wreathed in fire. A voice booms through the air, not the one from before, but deeper, older, almost elemental. Fire does not choose the weak. It devours. It refines. It creates. You would wield the flame. Prove you are worthy to become it. Hathor, this is your your first trial. In front of you, you have a long, stretching bridge. There is lava flowing underneath it, and you can see little spits of erupting, like spitting up lava up throughout the chasm. On the very end of this stone bridge, you see a set of obsidian doors with that dragon eye above it, wreathed in fire. What are you doing?
Is the bridge?
What are you doing?
Sorry. How wide is the bridge?
And wide enough for you to walk across. Maybe 3 feet wide.
Okay. 3 feet? Okay, perfect. I think I'll start walking across. Take it cautiously.
You're gonna start walking across? Hi.
Yeah.
All right. As you start to cross the first part of this bridge, you get about 10 feet out, and I would like you to roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
Oh. As you get about 10 feet out, you notice spits of lava are not just going up anymore. They're now crossing the bridge. And just as you get to about the 10-foot mark, one comes right across at you. But you do manage to see it in time. And as you do, you lift your leg as this lava comes across, hits the stonework, the stone on the bridge, and starts to melt down through the bridge. What are you doing?
Can I jump across it?
Give me an acrobatics. Another d20. As you jump to cross this it's not very wide. It's maybe a couple of feet wide. But as you jump across to make it to the other side, you catch the edge of the part of the bridgeway that has been melted away, and you trip and you fall forward. As you fall forward, you start to notice behind you that the bridge is starting to crumble away from the very beginning of where you started out. And it's slowly starting to fall into the lava. What are you doing?
Getting up and running.
You're getting up and running? All right. Give me a dexterity check, please. Oh. Okay. As you get to your feet and you start running across this bridge, you notice just as you get about halfway that the bridge is starting to now more rapidly disintegrate into the lava, and it's somewhat catching up to you at a brisk pace. As you get to about 2/3 past this bridge, you notice a little fire imp, leaps out of the lava and lands on the bridge in front of you. It is about 2 feet tall, and it's brandishing what looks like a flame dagger at you. What are you doing?
Can I run around him?
You can't really run around him.
Could I jump over him?
You could. Give me another acrobatics.
Kick him in the face while you're jumping.
Okay. as you as you get closer to this imp, you notice that you could jump clearly over this little being. It's not that high. You would definitely be able to clear it. And as you do, you leap into the air, and you manage to land on the other side, somewhat balanced. And as you hit the other side, you do keep your stride going. And just as you see behind you, the bridge is still collapsing quite quickly. And the imp turns. And just as the imp turns, the bridge collapses behind him and he falls back into the lava. But you do manage to make it the rest of the way across the bridge as this bridge just collapses all the way into the lava and you are on the other side. In front of you is two massive obsidian doors that are closed right now.
Okay. Are there handles?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Well, since the other doors seem to respond to touch, I will walk up and touch my hand to them.
As you touch your hand to these doors, there is a searing pain that comes from them that feels like it is burning the palm of your hand. Do you keep pressing? Or do you pull away?
I'll keep pressing.
As you press harder, it feels like the palms of your hands are crackling, but suddenly the doors start to shift, and as you push them open and pull away, your hands are intensely red, but they look like they're slowly vanishing back to the color that they were before. And it looks like the burn is going away. And as the doors open, it opens up into this large corridor. And at the end of this corridor, that's about 30 feet, you see a statue carved in obsidian. And as you get closer to this statue, you notice it's bearing a very familiar, resilience to yourself, almost like it's your twin. And the closer you get to it, flames rise around it, and then the statue moves. It speaks to you. You carry pride, anger, doubt even. Fire can consume you, or you can master it. Will you face your shadow, or let it burn you away? What are you going to do?
Sit. I'll talk back to her and say, I'll face my shadow.
She looks at you, up and down. Goes, Hathor, what is your greatest fear?
Those I love.
Roll me a charisma, please. So a d20.
Okay. Oof.
Oh,
As you say this, the statue reaches her arms out and grabs on to both of your forearms. And as she grabs onto both of your forearms, flame starts to creep out of the obsidian and down her arms into her hands as she starts searing your arms. As she looks at you and goes, but the ones you love have all gone. What is your greatest fear?
I still care about them.
That you still care about them?
I still care about my village. Yeah. I don't want them to die.
Okay, roll me another charisma. All right. As she's got a hold of your arms, and it feels like the obsidian is getting into a molten lava that's just searing into your arms. And as you say that, she looks at you and goes, what is your greatest fault?
There.
Sorry, what was
I
that?
wasn't strong enough. I couldn't
That
save
you-
my mother. I wasn't strong enough.
It feels like the grip is getting tighter. It feels like it's starting to mold into your arms as it's piercing through your arm braces, and it's starting to really take a hold. And you see the flame starting to get brighter and stronger and starting to get larger. But then it starts to feel cool, almost. As if you're starting to understand how to forge the fire. As if your body is learning how to adapt. And with that, she lets go. She looks at you and goes, for now, but we will meet again. As she steps back onto her pedestal and then reforms, goes motionless. Behind her opens up another wall. There's a dim flame coming from the other end of the corridor. As you step through it, well, hold on, are you stepping through it? Hathor?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. As you step past this obsidian statue and through this open gate, and you start heading down that corridor, there's a dim light at the end. The ground feels cool. Small embers float from the ceiling like falling stars, and they land before you. As it touches the stone, it cracks open, revealing large stone boulders, warm to the touch, glowing faintly like coals beneath ash. The heartbeat returns, strong, steady. The same voice from before speaks again, final and full of approval. You have not tamed the fire. You are on your way to becoming it. Rise, Hathor. Your bond awaits. Then suddenly it just all goes dark. It swirls around you, and you're just standing in a void of emptiness, waiting for the next step. Orlina,
Mm-hmm.
the air around you starts to open up. You're now standing alone in a vast chamber where nature and mountain are fused. Stone pillars rise like tree trunks, and massive roots wind down from the cavern's ceiling, glowing faintly with golden lichen. The air is still. The heart light is gone. The hearth light is gone. Only natural light filters down through the cracks far above, casting patterns like shifting leaves. The ground beneath your feet is cracked granite, overgrown with moss and ivy. Time is heavy here. You feel the world breathing slowly. She's surrounded by towering stone monoliths, each etched with names. Some you don't know, others you do. Your mother's, your father's, your own. A low voice rolls like thunder through the roots and rock. Strength lies not only in force, but in what endures. Stone remembers the weight of time, the forest, the memory of life. To awaken what sleeps, you must become both. The ground splits suddenly, revealing a winding path of stone platforms over a deep chasm with roots and vines stretching between them like bridges. Some stones, like bridges. So that's what you see before you right now is a chasm filled with stone platforms, roots and vines stretching out like a bridge.
Okay. I'll start taking my steps going forward.
All right. I would like you to roll me a survival check, please. All right. As you take your first couple steps, you manage to find platforms that are solid enough. As you've managed to take to reach your third platform, you notice that some of the ones that you could have used are starting to crumble and fall away. And only the bits of stone clung to vine still linger there. What are you doing now?
Oh, crap. Just try. Okay, so there was pillars that I was. Then there's
Right now, what's before you? So that's what you saw before, and then the ground cracked open, revealing a chasm that has stone like platforms going down with vines, overgrown vines also, and that's what you're making your way down. So that's where you are right now.
Let's keep going.
All right, roll me
cautious.
Roll me in acrobatics.
Okay, go on.
I'll give you advantage on this one actually because you are you would have a bit of knowledge of what a vine and a stone platform. Oh, it does not matter. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, this is gonna be fun.
Why?
As you step and you take a couple more steps and you land on a couple more different platforms, you do notice that one of them, as you step onto it, seems to give way almost instantly, as if it was barely being held together by solid dust and wind. As it cracks and gives way, you do see a vine in front of you. I would like you to roll me a athletics to see if you are able to grab it. As you reach out for with your hand, the first one you miss, and it feels like you're suddenly dropping. But as you reach out with the other hand, you do manage to just in time grab the vine that is shifting there. And as you are able to, you're not able to pull yourself up, but you are now hanging from this vine. So I'd like you to give me another acrobatics to see if you can. What do you want to do? What do you want to do right now?
Okay, I'm gonna try swing my other arm onto the vine and just see if I can be able to pull myself and just try get to the top. Then just
You're going to try to climb up.
yeah.
All right. Give me an athletics. All right. Wow, you're just rolling doubles on everything right now, dude. As you reach up, you do manage to place your other hand onto the vine, and you are able to somewhat climb up this vine, but only by a couple of feet. By the time you get to the third grasp, you can feel yourself slipping. The vine slipping through your hands. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna just tell myself I know I'm capable of a lot of good here. Just gotta push myself to go up higher and just fucking hee-ho up there and try grip hard as I can to pull myself up more.
Give me one more athletics then.
Come on. Yeah, this is not double.
You manage to pull yourself up one more level. You do notice in front of you there are a couple of platforms about 5 feet away, but you are not quite high enough to just step out onto them. You do see that this vine is just hanging from the roof, though.
Okay. No, we'll just swing.
You gonna
If
swing
it's
yourself?
hanging, I'm gonna swing myself.
Okay. Give me acrobatics, please. Oh my god.
Come on.
Just get all the bad rolls out early, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's all for entertainment as well.
As you swing yourself, you do manage to get enough momentum to launch yourself towards one of the platforms that's about 5 feet away. As you land on it, you notice that the platform seems to tilt in your direction as if to line up, like lift, like tilt, like a seesaw. And as you're on the one side, it pulls back. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move myself a bit to the middle to try hold it still for a second.
All right, give me another acrobatics then. Okay, this one's better.
Yeah. And
You do. Go ahead.
pillar's about 5. Well, we said like 5 feet apart.
Each platform is about 5 feet apart. Yes.
Okay.
You manage to get up to the center of this platform. You do notice it does stabilize a little bit, but for some reason, this one does seem to be extra sensitive to tilt.
Okay. And is there any more vines around me?
Give me a perception check. Oh shit. All right, there we go. You do notice when you look up that there are several vines about 4 feet above you right now. You also notice that the platform that is just ahead of you by about 4 feet from the platform you're on now looks like it's attached to the chasm wall.
Okay.
And you have a more clear understanding on your path down this chasm.
Okay, I was going to risk vinding it, but I don't trust myself on the vine right now. But I got an idea in the brainsicle.
Okay.
I'm going to move back a little bit on the platform I'm on, just to
Okay.
sway it back. Then I'm going to jolt it forward a bit and let that tilt go forward to give me a less of a gap to jump to the next one.
Oh,
Try-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, give me an acrobatics.
Wow. Better be good.
Oh my goodness.
I get a 20. Another 3. Oh, at least
Okay.
it's got a 1.
As you Okay, fuck. How am I gonna do this? As you step backwards, you go to run forward, but you notice that you were unsure of your footing, and as you go to step forward, your rear foot slips and you kind of falter to your back leg, your back knee. And unfortunately this platform is still tipping backwards.
Oh, crap. Alrighty, I'll try. Get myself up and just lean forward. Try to get that momentum to go the way I need it to go.
All right, give me another acrobatics.
Come on, ice cream.
Come on, ice cream. A 10. So as you do manage to bring your foot back to a planted section, you manage to get forward a little bit, and as you do, you leap and you do manage to make it to the next platform, which seems a lot more stable than the one you were just on. You do realize as you land there, you were looking down, and you can kind of see a clear path to the bottom of this chasm. Give me one more acrobatics.
Oh, come on.
6.
That's it. I'm changing the color.
There, Lita.
Changing the color here.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Changing color here.
Changing color here, yeah. My way of smudging.
Your way of smudging. As you leap from this one platform, you are overly confident on your ability to make it to the next one. And unfortunately, you fall shy of about 6 inches. You hit the edge of the platform, taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You do manage to brace your arms on the edge of it, but right now you are hanging off the edge of this platform. Give me an athletics to pull yourself up.
Alrighty.
Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness, man. Why couldn't you get that with the friggin' the acrobatics, bud? That would have been like so beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you managed to pull yourself up with ease, looking like, strong person of the year. And with that, it actually carries forward because you already know kind of what platforms you need to step on.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide just to, what are you deciding to do right after this? What is the thought process? What do you want to do?
Try to stick to the ones that are going to be durability. Come on, brain.
The durability, yeah. The ones that you saw before with your perception that you kind of have a thought process on them, yes.
Yeah.
So as you've studied these platforms going down, you realize you see the path. You notice which ones you need to step on to get to the bottom of this chasm. And as you decide to take a leap of faith, you manage to step from one, and the momentum carries, and you leap to the next, and then to the next, and then to the next. Then all of a sudden, it's as if you've made it to the bottom of the chasm, and the path leads to a quiet glade within the mountain. Trees impossibly growing through stone, their trunks ancient and blackened, but still alive. A small fire burns at the center, surrounded by 4 stone markers. Suddenly, images flicker in the firelight. Memories you didn't expect. Your father teaching you to track. The bear that scarred you. The first time you chose to walk alone in the woods. Then the vision you don't recognize. Your mother standing on a cliff edge with a spear, facing a shadow beyond the trees. A voice rises from the flame. The forest keeps what is lost. The mountain shatters what is buried. Do not run from your roots. Erlina, dig deeper. What are you doing?
Keep digging. Like, no, there's something about that last one there with my mother. Like, there's something there for sure. Or do I keep digging, my friend?
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to, do you have questions? Do you want to speak to her? Like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do in this scenario? Or do you want to engage with the vision? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to engage with it. And
okay.
I want to see if I can be able to talk to her.
Okay, then go. Do it. Do your thing.
All right, gonna take my leap of faith and do this. I need this. Jump in the flame.
You're jumping in the flame?
No, it's physical speed, not literally.
Okay, dude. I'm like,
not literally. Not literally.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a new one. All right, so in this scenario, so you have this vision in front of you of your mother standing on a cliff edge, facing the shadow beyond the trees with a spear in her hand. Her cloak is just billowing in the breeze. Her hair just tossing to the one side, and all you can see past her is shadow. You are standing essentially on this cliff with her, behind her, watching this happen. What are you doing in this scenario?
I'm gonna reach my right arm out and put it on her shoulder and ask what she's waiting for. What she's sensing in that direction.
As you place your hand on her shoulder, you see her head tilt towards your hand. Soft breath as she takes in a shallow breath. She responds, I think I'm waiting for you. The shadow has been lingering, but I believe you are to bring the light.
Okay, I'll help shine the light. I have so many questions for Mother. I only heard stories of you. Just need some motherly advice here that I'm feeling blue with myself when it comes to hunting and that. Like I've been not doing what I'm doing. And I know there's more out there for me to do. What do I do?
She reaches her hand up as if to caress on top of yours on her shoulder. Trust yourself. I always knew there was more in this world for you to do. I always knew there was more you were meant to do. Take the leap of faith. Don't be afraid of the shadows. And as she says that, you start to see her hand slowly starting to dissipate. You see the forest around you slowly breaking apart. And then
just gonna look into her eyes and just let her know I love you. Before she goes.
as you say that, she just her face, her body, everything just disintegrates and evaporates as if a gust of wind has come through and just blown the dust off into the forest. And that's when you see it. A final corridor opens. The roots fall away. And now it's all stone. Smooth walls. No light. Just the low thrum of the earth's heartbeat. At the center stands a stone and bark colossus. Forged from the earth, wrapped in ancient timber. Its eyes glowing amber like molten sap. It rises, massive hammer carved from the putrefied wood, and speaks in a voice not of challenge but of judgment. Do not fight for glory. Do not fight for pride. Fight for what holds you. Fight for what roots you. The guardian nods, then steps aside. Behind it lies the earthen nest, stones layered like petals, roots curling protectively around moss-covered granite, pulsing with a slow, steady heartbeat. The voice returns, no longer distant. You stood when the mountain shook. You listened when the forest whispered. You did not forget who you are. Now awaken what sleeps, for it, call it forth your bond. Suddenly you both emerge from the chasm. Worn, breathless, changed. The air in the grand hall is colder now, as though the mountain itself holds its breath in reverence. The hearth still blazes, and within the dancing fire, the stone giant's image remains, flickering and immense. His gaze turns to each of you as you return, eyes glowing like coals beneath the weight of centuries. His voice, though calm, rumbles like distant thunder. You have passed. The flames surge upward at his words, casting long shadows against the four thrones behind you. These trials shape the solstice born. The unworthy are turned back, lost to the roots or forgotten by memory. But you have endured. He lifts a massive ember-lined hand and gestures with purpose. Hathor, the West Tower calls. Climb with purpose and trust your soul, for the fire that stirs within you is older than the mountain itself. Orlina, The courtyard holds the truth to your bond. There, among stone and root, you will find it. If you trust your faith and remember who you are, beneath the scar. The flames steady. The figure gazes down at you, not commanding, but with quiet understanding. Your choices ahead matter more than any blade, spell, or oath. What stirs now cannot be undone. The hall falls into silence once more, save the soft roar of the hearth only you witness. The halls of Durnrath await, so does your fate. What are you doing?
We have to split up.
Sounds like it.
Don't split the party. Yeah, you have to split up.
Ah,
All right, I'll
I don't want to go alone.
It's just in D&D, it's a classic thing. They always say, "Don't split the party," but like here I am going, "Ha ha, suckers!
Yeah.
Walk this one alone."
yeah.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Alrighty, I guess I'll have to make
Wow.
my way to the courtyard.
You're gonna head towards the courtyard,
To find where
Yeah.
the west.
and Hathor, you're heading towards the west tower.
Gotta figure out where that is, but yep.
So when you guys entered in through the iron doors, there were 2 corridors that went down each way to different towers.
Okay.
And then there was a corridor that went all the way down to the grand hall. So yeah,
Okay.
so yours is gonna be like the west tower is on the hall on the corridor on the right when you're coming out of the keep. So that's where you're going. So
Okay.
so you guys are heading towards your destination that you're told to go.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys proceed down the corridor, that same mural that's on the wall seems to be illuminated now. And as you guys creep past it, you notice that 2 of the dragons up top have been illuminated. And 2 of the figures down below are also standing out more than the others. As you get to the end of the corridor, Hathor, you see the western tower stairs to your right. Orlena, you see the courtyard out in front of you. Hathor, as you turn to leave Orlena behind, you start to climb up these ancient spiral stairs. There seems to be floor after floor as you go up, separating off as if there's 4 or 5 levels to this keep. Lots of rooms and corridors splitting off from this tower. The heartbeat once was distant, like a memory from a dream, now booms within your chest, though, sinking with your breath, your blood, your being. It is not just a sound, it is a summons. As you continue up these stairs, the pounding gets louder and heavier. Then you finally break through the top floor into a large tower, open tower up top. It pierces through the cloud layer, sunlight crashing down like a divine spotlight. The wind here is hot, electric, searing with a scent of smoke and ozone. The world is below you now, distant, irrelevant. At the center of this stone platform lies an egg. It sits in a cradle of blackened rock. Its shell a living inferno, amber and crimson, like veins of molten fire, frozen mid-pulse. It hums with the heat of hunger. It breathes with power. Light dances across it, each flicker hinting at the creature dreaming within. The heartbeat is deafening now. Not just one, you realize, but two. Yours and another. Orlina, as the courtyard greets you with a muted twilight, the storm-hung clouds above pressing low, heavy with a silence that feels unnatural. Trees twist from the shattered stone, roots coiled like muscles, leaves shivering through no wind stirs. Moss and lichen creep across broken walls as if trying to reclaim what once stood tall. The heartbeat rises with every step. It's in the soil, the roots, the stone beneath your feet. A rhythm, ancient and immovable. You feel it thudding up your spine, wrapping itself around your soul like ivy. It doesn't just echo, it pulls. And then you see it, tucked in the natural alcove where forests and ruin become one. An egg, covered in dark green and stone-like scales. Its surface cracked with lines of silver gray, like bark splitting in the spring. The air around it is heavy with the scent of earth after rain, the quiet crackle of unseen life just beneath the surface. The heartbeat thrashes, nearly overwhelming with your presence. What are you guys doing?
Well, I guess make her take my steps to the egg. I see.
I'll walk towards the egg.
All right. As you guys are taking your steps towards the egg, the heartbeat seems to pound heavier, greater even, as if to call to you, to assure you. What are you doing?
Keep going forward. Like,
Oh, what are you doing? Tell me what you're going to do.
Try and touch it.
yeah, reach out. Yeah, reach out and touch it.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. I heard that. You're like all scared and shit.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay.
That was an excited squeal.
That was.
Yeah.
The moment your palm touches the egg, time stutters. The heartbeat slams into you, not with sound, but with force, like a hammer striking steel. Your vision flares white, your knees threaten to buckle, the very air around you tightens as if holding its breath. Then, a crack. Hairline at first. A tremor across the surface. Another crack. Splitting across the shell like lightning on stone. Then a third. Then a fourth. Each crack pulses with light, bright, echoing and primal, racing through the scales like vines awakening. The heartbeat grows faster, louder, fiercer. Light bursts from the seams. Shadows peel back. The world itself feels like it might break beneath the weight of what is to come. And then, from the egg, a final deep, shuddering breath. A piece of shell shatters. Hathor, the shattered piece of the embered chrism egg fires blossoms. A blast of heat rolls outward like a desert wind, curling the edges of the ancient tower's stone. The flames part, not wild, but controlled. Containing in form, in purpose, emerging from the heart of the inferno is a sleek, powerful wormling. Its scales are mesmerizing, dancing of glowing ember, like magma beneath volcanic glass. Veins of vivid crimson run across its body, tracing along its limbs, chest, neck, like molten rivers. These glowing lines pulse with a soft, rhythmic light, adding a sense of life and energy beneath its armor. Its wings are long and elegant, the membranes tinted with shades of copper and amber, threaded through with glowing strands of crimson. When they unfurl, trails of embers like comets' tails, each beat stirring with the very air into shimmering waves. Its horns curve back, elegant from its brow, smooth and gleaming like molten gold cooled to form. They taper to fine points, ridged with subtle lines that catch the light, giving the impression of sun rays frozen in motion. Each horn radiates a soft inner glow, as if heat still lingers within its core. Along its spine, faint ridges of golden horns rise and taper, catching light like metal just pulled from the forge. Its claws are obsidian black, curved and sharp, contrasting strictly with the warm glow of its body. Heat rises from it with every breath, every eyes burning with a molten gold that cuts through the clouds above the tower. It stares at you, not as a beast, but as a mirror, a soul forged by flame, a promise sealed in fire. And though it does not speak, you feel it, a voice within the heat, whispering, "You are fire. You have always been fire, and now we burn together." Orlina, when the egg cracks open in the moss-covered courtyard, it does not burst forth with flame or flesh. Instead, it rumbles. The ground itself shivers, ancient roots curling inward as if bowing to reverence. From within the shell, a low, deep earth sound pulses. A heartbeat made of the mountain. Then slowly, with the patience of stone carved by time, it emerges. A wormling covered in rugged stone gray scales, worn and cracked like canyon walls. In the gaps between, veins of moss, green, and rich earthen hues shimmer faintly in the overcast light. Small vines cling to its flanks as though the very forest has claimed it as its own. Its wings are wide, heavy, their membranes mixed of soft browns and muted grays, resembling dried leaves and layers of earth. Thick horns carved backwards from its skull, rigid and dark like fossilized wood. Its claws are blunt and powerful, better suited for digging or climbing than slashing. And its tail is long and weighted, moving with the slow certainty of a landslide. The dragon's eyes are dark forest green, speckled with brown, calm and ancient in their gaze. It carries a presence of deep earth, enduring, steady, and unmoving by the passing winds above. It does not roar. It does not rush. It simply steps forward and meets your gaze. There's a faith in its silence, a shared knowing, a strength not of fire and fury, but of endurance, will, and rooted truth. And though it does not speak, you feel it, a voice within the earth, whispering, "You have called to the land, and I have answered. You are its heart, I am its spirit. Together we shall heal what is broken." All right.
Ready.
What are you doing? What's up? What are you doing?
Oh. Reach out to the dragon and put my hand on his head and see what happens after that.
As you place your hand on the brow of this wormling, that is roughly a little bit larger than a sylph wolf. Best way to explain that is a sylph wolf is like a fucking sorry, excuse my language, I don't mean to swear. It's like a timber wolf. It's like a large gray wolf. Okay, so it's just a little bit larger than that. These dragons, they're about 12 to 13 feet long with tail, and their wingspan is about 12 to 13 feet wide. As you put your hand on the brow of this dragon, you can feel its heartbeat with yours, as if they are one. Hathor, are you doing anything?
Might like bow my head, maybe.
You're gonna bow your head?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. As you bow your head to this creature, you feel all of a sudden its brow touching up against yours, as if a respect is being shown. The Ember Crimson Dragon shifts, ember light coursing through its suing muscles as it spreads its wings wide for the first time. The membrane stretches like molten silk, casting flickering shadows across the tower stone. With a powerful inhale, it unfurls its wingspan, glowing faintly like heated metal at dusk. The gust from its wings sends swirls of ash and sunlight dancing through the air, just slightly larger than a small windstorm. It is sleek, sharp, and alive with fire and purpose. It doesn't roar. It simply looks at you and touches its brow against your forehead. And as this beast touches you, you can feel in your chest your heart pounding with another in sequence. A bond has been forged. The stone and moss wormling steps forward, claws sinking into the earth, soft between the courtyard's broken stones. With delivered motion, it stretches its wings, each one draped in greens and grays like forest canopies meeting cliff sides. As it steps, as the moss-like texture clings to the form like a old bark, and when it moves, there's a creak of something ancient grounded. The gust of wind from above stirs fallen leaves, and the dragon's wings catch it as a memory. Large gust of wind blows past you, Orlina, as you touch the brow of your dragon, and you feel that heartbeat as one. These wormlings have chosen you. You have chosen them. They're not beasts. They're simply companions, but something older, deeper, and faded. With wings spread wide and hearts now echoing in harmony, the bond is sealed, not in word, but in will. And far above or below, the world stirs, sensing the rise of something long forgotten. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk down to the past the swings, like still dragging my hand down the body of the dragon.
Okay.
Once I get past his wings, I'm gonna turn and look at him like, hope this idea works, then jump on him and sit on him and see what happens.
You're going to mount the dragon?
I'm gonna mount the dragon.
All right.
Or the beast.
Mount the beast. All right. All right. Here we go. Roll me a roll me an animal handling. So roll me a d20 real quick here.
Oof.
All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. As you brush your hand slowly down the wormling's back, it seems comfortable with you. It's all right that you're flanking it. You've never seen a creature like this before. You don't even fully understand like what it is. And as you decide to take a moment and a leap of faith to jump onto the back of this creature, as you swing your leg over, it turns its head, looks at you, shakes it wildly, and bucks you off. As you hit the ground,
Ouch.
Oh, okay.
it turns and steps closely to you, but nuzzles the side of your face with its maw, as if like
Aww.
to apologize, but also kind of tell you you're not ready yet.
Oh, lean my head against and be like, okay, no taking here. We'll know when it's time.
Yeah. What are you doing, Hathor?
I think I'll look at its wings and ask it if it can use those.
Do you want to ask? So you want to ask it like, okay? Do you want to ask it like verbally? Like, how do you want to say that? Like, how do you want to do this? Verbally?
I'll be like, yes, I'll look at the wings and say, can you use those things?
It looks at you and understands every word that's coming out of your mouth. As it steps back and like unfurls its wings again for a second time, you see it kind of shift from side to side, like it's rolling its shoulders. You see the wings kind of like take a couple of beats real quick, and then all of a sudden, as if it fully extends to its full length and beats down real hard, you see this animal lift off the ground. And as you're standing in this tower, the wind is swirling like a vortex around you as this animal is just beating hard and harder and harder as it lifts higher into the tower, and it's just looking down at you. and then all of a sudden it curls its wings back down and it just drops to its feet. And it kind of looks at you with its golden eyes. It just walks up beside you and just nuzzles the side of your cheek with its maw. And you hear in your mind, I guess I can.
Answered my question. That was pretty cool. Do you have a name?
Not yet. You haven't given me one.
Well, I've never named anything.
As
Gonna have to think on that.
it looks at you, it just nuzzles one more time and just goes, "There's no rush." As it starts to walk just past you and head to the stairs, its tail whipping from side to side, comes up against your leg and just like drags along the side of your leg. And it starts to head down the stairs.
Sir, the dragon.
You're going to follow the dragon?
Yep.
All right. Well, as you guys, you're just heading down the stairs now. They're just calmly walking down the stairs. Is there anything else going on? And Orlina, do you have anything? You want to do anything?
I'm thinking of it like sitting there, after getting bucked off. I'm just gonna look at it and just like, when will we ask that, like, is there a name you go by? Do you know when? Just let me know when you're comfortable. We'll try that again.
You hear a soft rumble come from its chest. It looks at you and it kind of goes, "You haven't given me one yet. But when you're ready, we can test it again."
Okay.
You hear that in your head. Not out loud.
Well, what do you want to do now? Get up and give it a pat.
It just walks forward, unfurls its wings again, just stretching them out as if like it's been cramped in a very tight space for a long time. As it's just stretching itself out. It just walks past you out into the courtyard.
Already, I'm following you. Start making follow the dragon in.
Okay. As you follow the dragon, Hathor, you as well, as you're following your dragon down the stairs, you get closer to the bottom, and you notice that the dragon seems to know the keep. It knows where to go. It knows where things are. It seems to have a sense of direction. Orlina, you as well. You seem to. It's not just walking because it can. It's walking with a purpose. And Orlina, as you follow yours, you notice that it walks and approaches the large stone statue in the middle of the courtyard. Hathor, you notice that when you guys get to the bottom of the stairs, the dragon turns right and out into the courtyard, and it's almost heading towards that same stone statue. What are you doing?
Do you know anything?
First, I'd yell, "Hey, Arlena! I have a
Oh.
dragon!"
No way! Me too! Yours
Oh my
looks really cool.
That is yours!
Hey, you! Yours looks really mean, but cool.
Yeah. Yours looks nice and solid.
Yeah. Earthy.
Love that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's cool.
no, no, look at my dragon. Like, what? Do you know what's going on with the statue? Why are you here? I'll give it a little pat on the head
Um,
and rub its neck.
you say it out loud?
Yeah, I'm saying out loud. Yeah.
Okay, so in your head you hear, that's Wild Oak. He's the protector. He makes sure that the unforgiving don't find the gate to Umbral.
What is
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? Umberfell. Umfall. What do you call it
Umbral?
again?
Umbral?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's our home. That's where we come from. We're not from this land. This is not our home. Orlena, you hear in your head, I thought you already knew this. As your dragon speaks to you. Did you not realize that we're not from here?
Yeah, I kind of got the idea of that. You got obviously not from here. Never seen.
You don't. So essentially, you hear your dragon speaking in your head, and Hathor, you hear your dragon speaking in your head. You guys, you don't hear each other's dragon. You have a telepathic connection with your dragon, not with the other one. But if you speak out loud, they hear you.
Okay.
They'll pick up what you're saying.
Okay.
But when they speak, they only speak to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
Okay.
So did I say Orlena? I meant to say Hathor. You hear your dragon say that stuff to you, and then that's maybe I messed that up. I messed up and I said Orlena, so that kind of still
good.
made I get what happened. Okay, I see what happened there. I messed it up.
Good.
But yeah, so Hathor, you hear in your head your dragon speak to you, saying, "I thought you realized that we're not from here. We don't exist on this plane of existence."
Well, but you were here before. There's a mural of you.
Oh, you speak of our ancestors. Yes, we have been here from time to time. We're usually called upon in times of great shadow. If we're here, something is threatening your world. We're only awakened when we're beckoned.
Beckoned you.
You did.
I didn't beckon you. I was called here.
Yes. So was I. We are only to meet if the realm calls it.
So, I wonder what threat is going
Orlina,
on. Why?
you hear in your head from your dragon, what threat indeed? As you see, as you both are standing around this statue, you notice your dragons seem to recognize each other, as if they know one another from another time, from some they know who each other are. And then you hear a roar come from yours, Orlina. You don't understand, but you both hear it roar. And then Hathor, your dragon roars back as if they're speaking to one another. And then all of a sudden you feel this pulse around Wild Oak. And both dragons lower to the ground as if they're in a stance. You both hear in your head, you may want to back up.
Okay. Take some steps back.
Duck behind my dragon? Yeah.
No, just back up. Like from your dragon. You might want to back up.
Oh, from the dragon. Okay.
Yeah, you might want to back up.
I don't know what's going on, Hawthorne,
Okay.
but I have a feeling I'm going to back up here.
Oh, yeah, same.
And then you see both their wings unfurl wide. The crimson comets coming sparking off of your dragon Hathor, its wings, little flame embers dripping from the silk wings, and you see little puffs of vines and leaves breaking apart from yours, Orlina, as you see the wings flap and beat hard into the ground. Suddenly, both dragons take off up into the air. And as they start to swirl and create this vortex around Wild Oak, and they just spin and spin and spin. Then suddenly, as if it was meant to happen, Hathor, your dragon releases this golden fire that turns into the vortex and starts spinning harder and harder and harder. And Orlina, your dragon releases this puff of earthen smoke that joins into the golden fire. And it's like they're creating this vortex that's happening around Wild Oak statue. And as it spins and spins and spins and gets more chaotic, you start to see more of the courtyard picking up and the snow clearing from its anchored spots. You start to see vines pulling from the walls. You start to see the moss pulling up, and it's just creating this massive tornado vortex around Wild Oak. And then you hear it again, the same roar from both dragons as they both ascend upwards. Then all of a sudden, meet at the top and come crashing back down about 50 feet down into the ground. And they hit the ground with this thud that is deafening. And it knocks both of you back about 10 feet onto your rear ends. Knocks you off your feet onto your butts. And suddenly the vortex dissipates. The flame dissipate. The earth and smoke dissipates. And all you're left to see is this crack in this statue that starts to crack down its arms and then down its chest, down its back, up its neck. And then all of a sudden it looks like the rock and the stone is starting to melt away and crumble away. Then suddenly all you see is this massive being step forward from the statue as his foot comes down and hits the ground with a thud that rumbles the entire courtyard, standing at about 15 feet to 15 to 70 feet tall. As he shakes himself off, you see his arms are made of stone with this wooden rooted armor going up into his shoulders. His whole body is just cascading in marble and stone as the rest of it is just covered in these flanks of wooden bark coming down across every limb and across his arms, across his neck, and this helmet that is on his head that is made of like petrified wood, and these two stone chasm eyes that just stare out, looking hollow at first, but then slowly this void smoke starts to dissipate until they're left with this ashy gray. And he steps forward and goes, "It's about time." As he says that, he looks at both the dragons as they come to heel in front of him. "I thought I was going to have to wait in that stone coffin for far too long while you figured out what you should do with your bonds." And he looks up and he looks at both of you. "So these are the solstice born." Tilts his head. "They're kind of small." As he laughs. "What are you doing?"
I'm gonna smile and wave like, "Hi, yeah, we're them."
Yeah, we're them.
Yeah, we're them.
Yeah, we're
I'll
them.
wave.
It's us.
Yeah.
He looks down at the dragons. He looks over at you guys. He just shakes his head and he's like, "Again, do I really want to do this again?"
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this isn't the first time I've had to look after wormlings and their bonds. Stares at you. "Are you sure you're worthy?"
You made it this far. I damn for sure feel like we are worthy.
"Well, you do have a dragon, so you must be."
Hey, it might be fun.
"Oh, you haven't seen fun yet. Just wait." He reaches down, pats your dragon Orlina on the head, and goes, Have you not told them yet about the thing? About what they're supposed to do?
Thing.
Looks back at your dragon Hathor. Are you keeping secrets again? Just get it over with. As he like laughs one last time and then starts walking towards the big iron doors. Just past you guys.
I'm looking at my dragon like, okay, what's he talking about here?
Dragon looks at you. You're training. You're training. Do you not know?
How I do, yeah.
Yeah. You're training. How else are you gonna learn how to ride?
I guess with training.
Only you hear that, Alina.
Okay. So now, can I turn to my dragon and ask, what's he talking about? What secrets?
Your dragon turns to you. Not secrets. Just we just haven't told you yet. You're gonna have to go through some training. It's probably gonna be scary at first. Just so you're aware. Yeah. Your dragon looks you up and down. Yeah, you're probably gonna be scared at first. But that's okay. They normally are.
Look at mine like, okay, what kind of training? Like, anything at all? Like, should be worried about?
Well, how do you do with heights? Are you good with heights?
Yeah, I'm okay with them.
Okay, like high heights?
Haven't
Like-
been high,
Like,
I guess there's only one way to find out how I do, but
well, you're gonna find out, all right. It's gonna be something. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, we gotta be careful. I'll let Waldo explain that though.
okay.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. I'm like, you still don't know your name yet. I know we were going to work on that, but you seem really-
Well, I don't know my name either. You pick the name. You name me. I don't name myself.
Oh, okay. You know what? How about Blue Boy?
Don't. What? Yeah, no. Let's
Okay.
Let's-
Okay. What's the thought?
let's-
What's the thought?
let's be smart about this.
Okay.
I might be young. The dragon just looks at you, squints its eyes. I'll be young right now. But I've been around for a long time. Don't mess with me.
Okay. My apologies. Already
Hathor, are you here in your head? I think that one's gonna be a problem. It gestures over towards Orlina. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Did you hear the name that he picked?
Yeah,
That she
I
picked?
did.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Please
Yeah, don't worry. I won't name you.
Just
I won't name you
let's-
anything nearly as bad.
Okay. Like, if I had to pick my own name, I know what I'd pick, but I can't really do that. It's not allowed. It's the whole thing. You're my bond. I'm supposed to protect you, and I can't pick my own name. You got. Okay, just don't pick something like that. You're getting the. You're getting the impression that these dragons right now are definitely portraying young at heart teenagers, if you will.
Ah, okay.
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 Anything else? What else you? There's definitely information
I'll
that
ask
you.
mine. How old?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just ask my dragon. Just like, how old are you?
Well, I guess in your human years, like I was just born, so I was just born. But now I would probably say I'm like 12 of your human years right now. 12. Looks back at her. Your dragon looks back at Orlena's dragon, and you hear it roar, but softer this time, like a communical growl, if you will. And Orlena, your dragon, does the same back to them, and yeah. And then he turns back to you, or Hathor. He's like, yeah, about 12, I guess you could say, if you will. The first few years go by pretty quick, but then we start to age a little slower. But wait, you mean here? How old am I here? Like in your realm? Or do you mean like in Umbral?
Get an Umbral.
In Umbral?
Because you don't seem 12.
I lost track. I don't think I can count that
You
high.
lost track.
Yeah.
Huh.
I stopped counting essentially.
Oh. Okay. You're probably really old then.
You may want to talk to Wild Oak a little more about some stuff, because there's stuff like I want to tell you, but it's not my place to tell you. We can talk on it more after you know. But Wild Oak is the protector, and he's the one that we have to listen to. And the dragon looks back at Orlena's dragon, just another low communical growl. And Orlena, your dragon, kind of growls back and then looks at you and goes, yeah, listen to. Yeah, that's it. We have to listen to him.
Listen to him, okay.
Yeah. You gotta remember, though, when Orlena's dragon's talking, she's only talking in her head.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't hear what they're talking about. So when your dragon turns to you and goes, yeah, listen to, you have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Listen to what?
Wild Oak. We gotta talk. We gotta apparently listen to Wild Oak. He's the protector. But you guys have to have a conversation with him. He'll enlighten you with some more stuff. He'll give you the rundown, I guess. But anyways, I'm super excited to get training. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That'll be fun.
Just thinking too, it's like for someone just out of an egg, you're pretty big for someone just got out of an egg. That's cool.
Like, The egg was big.
Yeah, it was.
You not see how big the egg was? It was almost the size of you.
Yeah. You know what we got to do later?
What's that?
We gotta have we gotta get some food in here and have a feed and
Oh, don't worry. We'll get some food.
Live our best life.
Live our best life.
Oh, look at a Hawthorne. Like, I guess we better go talk to Wild Oak here and see what's going on.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Lead the way. Don't worry, I'm still trying to figure out a name for you. Obviously, can't be Blue Boy. I took offense to that.
Your dragons look at you, and they both kind of like tilt their head. And you guys saw Wild Oak walk towards the iron doors leading into the keep. The dragons, they are heading off toward the gates that came into the courtyard that you guys saw the Yeti last. And then all you hear in your head, both of you hear, go talk to Wild Oak, as they start to scamper themselves off to do their own thing.
It's kind of cute how they scampered off. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how it is.
Did your dragon talk to you about training?
Yeah, he did talk about training. He mentioned something about heights. I told him I'm okay with heights, but he was talking about, I guess, really high heights. So looks like we got something high to deal with. He kind of chuckled at the name I was trying to give him. I was gonna call him Blue Boy.
But... I don't blame him.
Well, something will come across my mind eventually.
Oh, yeah. Something good.
Yeah. Did you ever say anything about it? Any other training?
Not much. Just that it'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
Mostly, they said I need to talk to Wild Oak.
Yeah, that's what he said too. I guess we gotta go talk to him.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing?
Adventure.
Go towards. I'll start making our way towards the iron doors.
All right. As you guys get closer to the iron doors, they're still open. They're not closed, so you can see inside. And you can hear some rummaging happening from the great hall down the corridor. And you can see shadows kind of happening, like as if something is down there, and the hearth fire that is burning is displaying the shadows across the walls. As you make your way down, you can hear it more loudly. It sounds like the ruffling, the rummaging through like old tomes and scrolls and just papers being like shuffled about. And then you could hear in a very deep, stoic voice, is Wild Oak, and he just, where did I put it? Where is it? Where is it? As you literally see a tome fly across the opening of the corridor leading into the hallway, leading into the grand hall, and hit the ground and just poof. And you hear it again. Where is it? Where did I put it? I need to find it. Where is it? He's just mumbling to himself as he's searching through the massive amounts of books and scrolls that are all like just covering the far wall of this grand hall. What are you doing?
What are you looking for? Need help?
No, I don't need any help. I'm looking for the lesson plan. I wrote it down. It's somewhere around here. As you see, this giant trying to rummage through books that would be the size that would more averagely be seen of like a human holding. His fingers are like trying to turn the pages, and you literally see like this little stone finger trying to turn the pages of these tiny books in his hands. And these scrolls he's trying to unravel as he's trying to do it. It's not really working out too well for him.
You want to walk up to him and just like, here. I'm not laughing. I'm just like, let me help. Just is it in like a book, or is it just a bunch of rummage of papers?
I can't remember. It's been 1,000 years. I can't remember where I put it. It's somewhere.
You said lesson plans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll help you. Let's work together as a team here, and we'll find it. We'll find it.
It's an old brown book. I think it's a brown book. On the front of it is the symbol of spread wings, the dragon wings, I think. And says flight below it, I think. If you find it, you kind of need to read it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll throw a note. Look for an old brown book. On the front it has symbol of wings. They're spread, and it says flight. Oh. I guess that's gonna be our first lesson.
Right.
Oh,
Sounds fun.
yep. Oh.
As you guys both of you give me an investigation. There's a D20.
Okay.
All right. As you guys are searching along these shelves, you're trying to find what you believe is accurately described as the book you're looking for. Wild Oak is scanning along, and he's talking to himself, but he's saying things that would be interesting for you guys to hear. And he's trying to repeat phrases to himself of things that he had to speak of over 1,000 years ago. But as you guys are looking along, Ruben, you do manage to find a book larger than some of the others. It does have a set of wings unfurled on it. And it does say flight below it. As you open this book, the first picture you see is a dragon with a rider.
Whoa. Mr. Wild Oak, sir, I think I found your book you're looking for.
He looks down at you. Hand it here. As he takes it from you, he flips. You see his big stone fingers flipping through the pages really quickly.
I'm gonna put my hand up for a second. It's like, Mr. Wild Look, sir. I was curious about what you were repeating yourself on earlier while we were looking. Like you phrases or something. What were you saying?
Well, fine. I guess I gotta tell you sometime. All right. Listen. You've been called upon to fight something greater than the land has known. The only time that the dragons are awoken and the solstice borns are called upon to run their trials is when the land is threatened with something way worse than they are able to handle. And that must be happening, because or else I wouldn't be awake. I was kind of enjoying my slumber, but here I am. Anyways, one thing you need to know, and it's kind of important to know, is it's a phrase. It's what I told the last ones, and I don't think they listened too well because it didn't really work out for them. If one falls, the other falls. All right? A rider may endure without their dragon, but a dragon's soul is bound to its rider. So, if you bite the dust, if you just and he just raises his hand and like slashes himself across the throat, kind of looking at you. If you do one of those, essentially, if you die, so does your dragon. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
So you need to be a little bit careful.
So
Last time,
Don't die.
just from previous experiences when I had to deal with this, we had one named Kalen, a rider named Kalen, and his dragon, Vela. He did something stupid, and he died, and then Vela died. It was a whole thing. It was very sad.
What did he do?
I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to tell you about that. It was very sad. He just died.
Okay. Understandable.
He died fighting this thing, and then he died, and his dragon died. It was a whole thing. He thought he was invincible because he had a dragon. You're not invincible, just so you're aware. So don't do something stupid. But anyways, that's something you need to live by. Okay, you can live on. Your dragon can't. So be careful and don't do dumb stuff. Don't do something stupid.
Okay.
Also, you see this here? As he flips the page open and he points, but unfortunately his whole stone finger is taking up almost the whole page. So you can't really see behind it. Oh, wait, hold on. And he loads his fingers, taps the bottom of the book. See that? You need to make one. He's pointing at the page, and it has a saddle. He's like, you can't really
saddle.
Well, you can't. Well, yeah, you can't ride your dragons without a saddle. Like that would just be uncomfortable.
That's probably why I got bucked off earlier. In the saddle.
Oh no. That one you got. Yeah. You're gonna have fun.
By the
Yeah.
sounds from
That's all I'm gonna say.
from the energy for me, yeah, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun. Anyways, but yeah, you gotta make a saddle. If you don't make the saddle, you can't start your training. So we're gonna have to work on that. Not today, okay, but tomorrow. We'll work on that tomorrow. You should, however, go and explore the keep. There's levels above here, and find a good place to sleep, or room, or something. It's technically your home now, so like pick a room, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, your training is gonna start tomorrow, and that's you're gonna learn how to make a saddle. All right, and then we'll go from there. And maybe you become these heroes you're supposed to be, and stop whatever's coming. All right, how's that sound? Does it sound good?
Sounds good.
Sound like fun?
I guess so.
You guess so?
Yeah.
Well, it's a little late for guessing so. You've already made it here. You've already done the trials. Like, it's expected of you now.
I understand.
Just saying. Like, you can give it up. But, you then don't get to ride a dragon. Like, that would be cool, right? Like, I've never ridden one, so I don't know. But from the conversations we've had, well, not we've had, but like we've had, and he points back at the stone wall behind him at the big door. That's sealed now, by the way. It's closed up. Points back at that wall, goes, that we've had. Apparently it's a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll start that tomorrow. You guys got any other questions? Well, any other conversations you want to have?
Well, yeah, one was about the naming. I did think of a name and try to call mine Blue Boy, but he kind of just shrugged it off. He shrugged it off.
Okay. So, just so you're aware, okay, little fact, just so you're aware, and you need to understand this. The dragons, they're like eternal. Okay. They live hundreds of lifetimes, so they've had like a lot of names, if you will. Right. But like, so you got to think of something. Your best bet is to think of something that matches your dragon's characteristics, something that embodies your dragon. You know, you got to think of something that would tell the story of who your dragon is. That's in the name. The name empowers your dragon. So, and when I say they're eternal, as you see, you guys haven't picked your throne yet. Which one you want? Like, there's 4 of them. You just go and sit at one.
Okay, I'll go to the one to the far left.
You're going to the one on the far left?
Is there?
Yeah.
There's what do the banners look like above the thrones?
They are completely blank right now.
Completely blank. Okay.
There's nothing. It's just a banner above it, and that's it.
Okay. I will go to the one 2 over from Orlena.
Okay, so Orlena's going to sit on the one on the far left. Okay, let me write this down.
I'm going to... Okay.
So there's throne, Okay. Throne. I'm totally drawing this super bad, but it's okay. It's just for my eyes.
I'm writing it down too. And like, okay, so
Okay, so Orlina went to the one to the left of the stone door. So the stone door. So think about this: the stone door is right there. You have the hearth in the middle, and you have 4 thrones. Their backs are to the door, and the fronts are to the hearth. You're taking the one on the far left.
Yeah.
That the back is to the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Hathor, are you taking the one that is in the middle but one separate from Orlina, or the one on the far right?
The first one.
Okay, so
In the
so
middle,
now
but
that
one separate from Merlina.
yeah, so now I know where they are. You guys go over and sit down.
Just gonna look back at Mr. Wild Oak and like, what were the threats before we came here?
Something to do with Shadow, I think. They've all kind of like meshed together. So yeah. I think Shadow. Something coming from the other realm. Shadowfell. It's in the book somewhere. You're gonna have to find it. Is Shadowfell? I think Shadowfell. Is it Shadowfell? I don't know. I can't remember. There's been too many of them. But yeah, something to do with Shadow, I think. Yeah, something thing coming from Shadowfell, I think, to take over. Take over.
And he got it all like.
You just see Wild Oak doing these questioning looks and quizzical looks as he's like looking up, trying to like remember what it was. Like he can't really pinpoint exactly what it is because he just can't remember. It's been 1,000 years.
Mr. Wild Oak, you got all this like a lot of the info too in these books, right? Like we can scrub through them and.
Oh yeah.
Take a look. Oh, okay.
Pretty much. Well, you guys were responsible for this too. Like when you do your things and you do the adventures and the stuff that you have to do and the victories you'll have and all, you're gonna have to record all of that and you write it in the books and you put it on the shelf so the next people who come after you will be able to read the past. Like it's a whole thing. So like this is like, he points to the shelves behind him. He's like, this is like a whole recorded history of like everything that's kind of happened here. And he just like squints his eyes while he looks at you. Okay, like so you're welcome to read any of them. That's a lot though. So like it's not really in order. So you're aware. No, people just like. You humankind just like to put your stuff wherever, so that's why I can't find half the stuff sometimes. You just shove it in a corner. It's kind of annoying. If you wanted to take a chance to like organize it, that would be cool.
I was just thinking that too. It's like maybe downtime.
Downtime?
Can help organize it.
I don't know if you're gonna have much downtime, but you can try if you want. Like that's totally cool.
Okay.
Oh, anyways, so
yeah, me too.
You want to take a seat?
Let's do it.
You can sit down.
Sit down.
As you sit down, the hall starts to rumble. A low vibration. And slowly, the banner above your head starts to change color. Orlina, the one above your head, starts to go in the muted grays and browns, the colors of your dragon start to come through. And oh my goodness, man. Oh God, why do I keep going? Where's that thing? Where's that thing? I need to find that thing again. Oh my goodness, why can't I find it? The ones with the people. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Shit.
I found it. And then slowly a depiction of what looks like yourself starts to appear as the wings of your dragon are in like fully cast out and unfurled as it's twisting behind you on this banner. And as you're sitting there, it's the muted grays and the soft earth tones are coming through. And as you, it looks like you're standing there, and in front of it, is you standing there with a torch held high in your banner. Hathor, as you sit, that same rumble that happened with Orlina, it all kind of happens at the same time. And as you're sitting in your throne, the banner above your head starts to go that ember and crimson color, with your dragon being unfurled as well, spinning around behind you, and the same image of yourself starting to appear on that banner, as you are standing there with your sword held to the sky. The other two banners are blank still, as if they're waiting for your counterparts. There's 4 thrones. There's meant to be 4 of you, but only you 2 have risen to the occasion. Wild Oak looks at both of you and goes, "Well, that was interesting. You've got the Wanderer, and you got the Guardian. That's interesting. Okay. Anyways. Like I said, explore the keep. Rooms are on the 3rd floor, I think. 3rd floor, yeah. If you go up 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then there's also a grand library, on the 5th floor, I think. Much larger than this area. I don't know why we keep these books down here in the grand hall, but there's a library up there, and it's freaking huge, man. Anyways, this has been fun. You have any more questions? Any thoughts?
You said there were 2 more people.
Yeah, there's supposed to be 4 of you.
Okay.
There's supposed to be 4 of you. As you can see, the 4 thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're all characteristics of who you were. Yeah. We've got the Guardian and we've got the Wanderer.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Where's the kitchen?
Oh, ha. Yeah, the food. Yeah. 2nd floor, I think.
Yeah.
2nd floor. 3rd floor. I don't know. You have to go and explore and find
You
it.
have to wander. Okay.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've been here, so the one thing you guys do notice is the resemblance between Wild Oak and the flame, the silhouette in the flame that was talking to you before are almost like identical.
Look at him like, were you the one that was calling us to the keep?
No. Maybe. I don't know. Could be.
Could be. Yeah, it's like you look. I'm looking at you like you look familiar a bit.
I only get woken up by the dragons. But like I don't really know what happened. Like when I'm in my slumber, just like when the dragons are in their slumber, we're all like in Umbral. And we only get woken up by the solstice born, and then the dragons wake me up once they're born, as long as you pass your tests. You two seem to pass your tests, so it's kind of nice. I didn't really want us to keep sleeping. But I didn't call you here. The keep did. If that makes any sense.
Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Durnrath is
Alright.
Durnrath is like, for lack of a better way to say it, Durnrath is like the gateway to Umbral. And there's many magical ways to stop people from getting here so they can't mess with the gateway. Does that make sense?
That's what. Yes.
Oh wait, hold
Is the
on.
Yeti one of them?
You mean Steve?
Steve?
Yeah, Steve. Oh, Steve's awesome. Yeah, he's cool. His name's not actually Steve. I just
Okay.
call him Steve, and it kind of pisses him off a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't
Steve.
look like a Steve.
yeah, he doesn't. But as this stone giant starts to like laugh, and as he laughs, he starts to rumble the damn grand hall. He's like, yeah, I've known Steve for like, he's so as I'm the protector of Umbral, he's the protector of Durnrath. Really, at the end of the day, if you want to ask, if you really want to know, he's kind of a big deal on this side of the gate. Yeah. So he kind of like makes it difficult for people to get here. So yeah.
We'll look forward to meeting Steve.
Oh, I wouldn't call him Steve. I can call him Steve. Because, like, we like to fight sometimes. You ever, all right, you ever hear, like, a big storm happening, and then you hear, like, those cracks of lightning, and you hear that thunder happen?
Oh yeah. Those are peaceful moments for me.
Yeah. That's like when we decide to throw down sometimes. That's what happens. We're like, oh, here we go. Anyways. Steve's good people. Well, he's not really a person, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's good to know.
No.
But like I would definitely be careful around him though, because he's got a temper. Yeah, he's got a temper. He's got these red eyes that like really, they're a problem to deal with sometimes. Like they're eerie too, man. Like Anyways, that's enough. That's enough about my personal problems. Yeah, so go ahead and check out the keep. Try to find yourself somewhere to sleep for the night because you're gonna need to know where that is. Don't tell people how to get here. Big rule. And you're gonna have to learn how to make a saddle.
Okay.
Are either one of you good with working with leather? Either one?
I mean,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Say
had to
that.
learn.
too,
All
but,
right. Not gonna sound very confident at all. All right. Well, we're gonna see how it goes. As he laughs and taps the side of the wall as he just turns and he starts to head down the corridor again. I'm gonna be taking off now for a little while, unless you have any more questions. You got any? Is there anything else I'm gonna answer real quick? I don't really want to spend all night here.
I can't think of anything else right now.
You very much get the vibe that he's gone
answered.
through this a few times.
Okay. I think we're good. Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, have a good night. There's the keep's pretty big, so you can get lost. Dragons are not allowed inside. All right? They're not allowed inside. The tower's one thing,
Oh.
but they're not allowed inside. You can't have them in your room or something.
Okay.
Keep them out of the keep.
Aw.
They're messy.
Aw.
All right?
Okay.
It's not like a magical rule. It's just like a more personal preference for me because like I got to take care of the place. So like I don't want to clean up after them. You will. Okay. Leave them outside. They got comfy areas out there. They'll be okay. Soon they won't be able to come in anyways. They'll be too big. Way too big. All right.
They grow fast in a way. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
They grow pretty fast. Damn dragons. Always mucking stuff up. As he continues to mumble to himself as he turns and starts walking down the corridor. Stuff about dragons and just being a pain in the butt.
I'm just gonna holler one more. Good night, Mr. Wild Oaks here.
Oh, it's nice to think that I sleep. I appreciate you saying that though. As he just like walks through the iron doors. And as he walks through the iron doors, he spreads his arms out and he touches the sides and they start to close now. And with a final like deafening boom, they shut. And you guys are now inside the keep. What are you doing?
Kitchen. Food sounds good.
Yeah, it does. Definitely sounds good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish the dragons come in, but I understand his rule. You know,
Yeah.
we're like in his home in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's technically your home too.
Yeah.
It's now your home. Like this is where this is your home now. So
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
yeah. Right. So
Right.
so you guys are heading to the kitchen?
Yeah.
So as you guys head up the same
I think so.
stairs that Hathor climbed earlier, you notice that with every like level that you get to, there is a big wooden door that does open up into another corridor that goes into the keep. The walls that are built out of this, the walls of this keep of the quarters and all stuff, they're not like stone walls you'd find in a regular keep. They're like fashioned out of the side of the mountain. This keep is definitely like built into the mountain. It's not it's got large stone walls on the outside that bridge into the side of the mountain that go up with the two towers on either side, and then the doors open up into the mountain, the iron doors. There is no like stone walls that are built in there. The walls and the corridors are built out of the mountain. You do find your way up to the next level, and as you open the door and head into the corridor, on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, is another similar mural to the one that you found downstairs, like down below on the other level. But this one has the dragons flying above, and it has two dragons flying above and two people at the bottom, and that's it right now. On the left hand side, stretching in, are sets of tables that look like they could hold a small battalion. You fit at least 100 people in this hall. Stretching deep, and at the very back is what you would call a large kitchen, all open concept. As you walk in through this, past these tables and these chairs, you see how the walls go up and they taper off into a like small cone at the top, about 15 feet tall, going all the way down to the back, as if they're holding on to, as if it's like bridging the next layer above it to make sure there's enough room on the next layer above that it won't go through the bottom of the floor. And you see that there is a large, like, built into the wall hearth that has like pots and pans around it. There is plenty of table space to do any kind of cooking or chopping or feeding or anything that you're looking to do. Plenty of rooms to sit. Very weird how it can hold so many people, but there's only 4 thrones and 4 solstice borns that are able to be active, like alive at one time. It does not make sense to you.
It's crazy how much room there is, but like what's going on? Like 4 people.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get an army?
I think so, yeah. Like
Or
that's the way it
Mm,
looks, yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We got to get a cook too, unless you know how to cook.
Yeah. I know how to cook, yeah.
That's
Let's see what they have.
They have no provisions at all.
good.
This keep has been silent for 1,000 years. Do you really think the onion is going to last? I'm just saying.
It could be. It could be a special
saying.
onion.
Could be a special onion. You don't know.
Yeah.
Is there flour that hasn't rotted?
No, they're like, I hate to say this, but like literally all the provisions that would have been in this kitchen are not there. This is definitely going to be one of those, you kind of need to like figure something out to go. So like you might, you know what I mean? I need to go do some hunting or something like that.
I was just thinking
tracking the mountains and all that stuff to see if you can find something.
Well, Orlina, you're up. I'm starving.
Okay, I'll go go see what I can find.
It's too late for a hunting trip. Oh shit, we're not doing a hunting trip right now. I can't do that. That would be a whole thing, man. Now it's like 45 minutes later, you come back with one squirrel because you're shooting so bad.
With Alina's luck with the bow. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. But you do remember Wild Oak saying that the rooms were on the 3rd floor, the floor above you guys.
All right.
Oh,
Well, no luck with food.
yeah,
Might as well sleep.
yeah. Might as well get some rest. Looks like we're gonna have fun times ahead of us.
Oh yeah.
As you guys go up to the next level, you open another similar wooden door, and there it stretches out to a long corridor. And on the right hand side, there's no mural this time. It's just a smooth carved wooden a stone wall from the mountain. But you have to walk down about halfway before you're able to turn left down a second corridor, and there are 4 doors that are evenly spaced apart.
Yeah, they got that medallion.
And there's 4 rooms. As you are walking down, Orlina, you notice the first room on the left, like, has your banner colors over the archway of the door.
Okay.
And Hathor, as you are walking with Orlina, you can see at the very end, the last one on the right, has your colors to your archway over the banner. Yes, your colors on the archway as well, signifying that these rooms probably belong to you.
Well,
I guess we got our rooms chosen for us.
yeah, for sure. I was about to say I'll let you pick what room, but Destiny already picked it for us.
Well, you technically
Yes,
did pick the rooms. You just picked the throne, and the throne mimicked where you were going to sleep. Because it's set up kind of the same.
Matches up
You know
with
what I
our
mean?
thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys open the doors to your rooms, the rooms are massive.
Ooh.
You can see weapon racks. You can see large wardrobes for clothing. You can see a large desk for writing or recording or just sitting at and doing whatever needs to be done. You could see a massive 4-post bed. That's like the size of like a king. In the center of each room, not in the center, but like against the back wall of each of the rooms. Both rooms are very similar layout, as if not customized by either person, but everything looks like it would also be moved around if it chooses to be. The strange thing is, these rooms look like they've never been inhabited before, but with the history of this keep, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like it hasn't been like probably like thousands or so years since the keep has been active with people. Now it looks like it's like nothing has ever happened before in a way. Like
It looks like no one's ever slept in these rooms. It looks like these rooms have never been used. Even in 1,000 years, they look like they've
even
never
others.
been used.
Mm. Like even with the previous solstice born, they've never been
Yeah,
touched.
like they've never been touched. They look brand new.
Huh. Well, my room looks pretty nice.
I would say the same, yeah. Massive bed. I never slept in a bed like that
I
before.
know. Damn, me neither. Looks like something kings would sleep in.
Definitely. We like royalty in our own way with our destiny.
Yeah. Yeah, right? It feels like that. Heroes.
Keep floating in the wind.
um,
So weird.
Well,
so what are you guys doing now?
no, it's like look over Hawthorne's like, well, definitely say we gotta get some rest. Well,
Yeah.
if I get up early enough, I'll go for a
Yeah.
good hunt and bring some food back.
I'll probably sleep in.
Already.
I'll probably sleep in.
Hope we have a
I
good
expect
rest.
to awake
I'm
to
not getting up
bacon being
early.
cooked. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I just do royalty here. I expect to be pampered.
Appreciate you, Alina. Yeah, I really appreciate you, Alina. I'm not getting up early.
All good, all good.
As you guys crawl into your beds, the mattresses feel like they're goose down. They just wrap around you. The pillows just wrap around you. The blanket, heavy wool, just buries you as you melt away into this bed. It takes nothing to drift off to sleep. And that's where we'll end it tonight. You guys going to sleep. Booyah.
Aye.
So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So what'd you think? Did you have fun?
Hell yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
You're still chuckling at the dragon snubbing off Blue Boy.
No, but off Blue Boy.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys got to really think of the name. The name's going to be a thing, you know? It's
Oh,
not just
definitely.
like,
I'm like, there's so much pressure now.
yeah.
Like, oh gosh.
That's why I kind of threw it out there because like my sister, who I named after my character after of her
Yeah.
cat Blue Boy, just passed away not too long ago. And it's like, oh, you know what? I honored sister with this name. I was like, I'll honor Blue Boy.
Aw.
Yeah.
And then your dragon's like, nope, not me. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
Oh, you're definitely an asshole. You must be
Not even
family.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you guys, so let's just be real quick here. First of all, we're gonna say thanks for everyone hanging out. Appreciate you all. You're absolutely amazing. Thanks for being here. And until next time, doses.